Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one. And welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where I'm trying to get my hands on the heart of the Kuttenberg Town Hall clock mechanism, which has been in the hands of the Vetter family here in Kuttenberg for the last 20 years, when the goldsmith who was working with Stander and Martin, Henry's father, and responsible for the more delicate parts of the machinery, stole it, pawned it off to the Vetter family for cash, and then disappeared and was never seen again.
Who knows if it can still be repaired?
Well, it probably can, Henry, or there wouldn't be an awful lot of point to this DLC, would there? Hello, what's going on here?
He would lie in wait for his poor victims in out-of-the-way places like meadows or by the pond. But he knew full well that his disgraceful behaviour would earn him a punch on the nose. But he was just as afraid of women as he was of men, so he only chose women who were alone as his victims. He may not have physically assaulted them, but punishment awaits him all the same. He'll be whipped for his lewd acts and be left to suffer in the pillory for several days. Keep an eye out for lunatics and deviants like him. God's law and the law of the land apply to everyone.
Was it worth it, eh?
Okay, I'm intrigued now. I want to know what this guy actually did. Didn't actually physically assault anybody, but guilty of lewd acts anyway. What was he doing? Was he just walking up to people and flashing his junk? Was this like the medieval equivalent of unwanted dick pics? Well, this is the Vetter home. Is that how you pronounce it? They're a German family, apparently. I think it's like the Dutch. They pronounce the letter V the way, sensible people pronounce the letter F. This is the guy. Old man Vetter's long dead, of course, but his son is this fella.
Pfui, wasch dich. Du siehst schrecklich aus.
Huh?
I heard you've got some curious heirloom from your father.
Ah, yes. The ancient mysterious device. Heaven knows what it's for, but it's surely a rare thing. Why are you asking about it?
I'd be interested in it.
I can't just sell it. It was my father's.
Let's try to blag it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but that mechanism's not what your father thought it was.
And what do you think it is, then?
Truth or bullshit? I don't see how telling the truth would benefit me, because he doesn't give a shit what it was. It's important to him because it used to belong to his father, so bullshit it is.
It didn't occur to you that thing might be the devil's work?
Sorry?
From what I've heard, the new Archbishop of Prague, Hare, is obsessed with machines like that. He's searching the whole land for them.
How would you know that?
They're already talking about it in Prague. That there's one in Kuttenberg. I'd say someone from the Archbishopric will be calling on you soon. They'll be asking questions. And maybe even the Holy Inquisition will get involved.
But that's surely not.
Well, in that case, best get rid of the machine while you still can. I'll gladly take it off your hands, provided your price is fair.
All right, fine. I don't want anything to do with the Inquisition.
Whoa, how much? 3.5? Wow.
All right, I'll pay you for it.
The machine's yours. I'll go and get it.
Well, I mean, I can afford it, but that's not the point. I've heard, although I haven't seen it for myself, but depending on how you approach this, you can convince him to sell it for you. But because I bullshitted him about the Inquisition, I actually got that for half price. I've heard you can pay up to 7,000 groschen for that thing. Anyway, it's mine now. Honestly, I think I'd have preferred to just wait until after midnight and go and steal it. Anyway, what's done is done. Right, where's Stander? Oh, there he is.
How can I help you, stranger?
Who the fuck are you calling a stranger?
I managed to get the heart of the clock from Vetter.
That's great news. But if you really want to fix the astronomical clock, you're in for a long ride. This is just the beginning. Feel free to ask if you need any advice.
I hear you and Martin used to be close with Boris of Brod.
Aye, old Boris, of course. He was a good bloke. Never against a bit of fun.
And now he's one of the honoured masters of the Blacksmith's Guild.
You could always tell that fella would go far, unlike me.
How's that armour smithing job?
How are you doing with the new product?
I'm working on it, but it's not finished yet. Come back later.
Eh,
I heard they used to call you Fly.
Aye. Skoda blurted it out once when I was standing by the forge doing nothing. He said, "Don't just stand there like a fly on the wall." I wasn't a big fan of it. But that's just how it goes with nicknames. You always end up stuck with the one you don't want.
Don't take it the wrong way, but you seem like a bit of a loner to me. Did you live this whole time without a woman?
No. I was with this one girl who worked in Horsham for 7 years. A fine woman she was, from out Charslow way. She had a rough childhood. When she was a lass, some awful man hurt her in a bad way. She couldn't have children after that. But I didn't mind. We were happy together. And I don't think I could raise children anyway. Only then, she got sick. And there was nobody who could help her. She's laid to rest by the church in Grund.
Tell me something about Martin. You must have all sorts of stories.
I'm not much of a storyteller. You should ask Boris. He was always a bit of a blabbermouth.
okay. So, the armour that he's working on isn't going to be ready for another day or so. What now?
I ought to put the heart of the clock on display somewhere. That table by the wall should show it off nicely.
Alright, table by the wall. There are lots of tables by the wall. Which one does he mean?
What's that
this
then?
one.
Now I need to ask Magdalena about the next stage of the plans.
Looks a bit like an astrolabe. But yeah, put it by the table next to the wall. There are like 4 tables in this room, and every single one of them is next to a wall. Could you be slightly less precise? I almost knew what you were talking about.
Magdalena?
I'm glad you brought Stan to here. Looks like the poor lad went through a lot down in those mines.
Maybe, but
He's finally doing what he should. You're truly a man in the right place, Henry. That's plain to me.
thank you.
What did you need from me? Oh, right. You were going to remind me of something, weren't you?
I wanted to ask if you'd have a look through Skoda's belongings. See if you can find anything more about that clock. Sketches, drawings, calculations.
All right, I'll take a look. It'll take a while, though. Skoda was always scribbling notes and never threw anything away. But look, if you're really serious about repairing that clock, you ought to let the town hall know. Go and see Bailiff Plumel and tell him what you're planning. He might have heard of our forge by now and give you a hearing.
Alright, sounds like a plan. If I remember correctly, the bailiff was the guy who originally hired those Italian artisans to come and fix the clock in the first place, and ended up looking like a bit of an idiot when they all ran off with the money. I do like what Stan has done with the apprentices room. So yes, I mean, approaching the bailiff would be the logical next step, but it could go either way. Because on the one hand, he might be anxious to erase his part in the clock getting screwed up in the first place, in which case he'd give us the go-ahead, and possibly even help. Alternatively, he might not be too anxious to have the rest of the council reminded that he was the one that hired the Italians who fucked up the clock in the first place. So honestly, this could go either way. I just need to find him. Is that? No, he's way too young to be the magistrate. That's Kumo. He's one of the councillors. That's the bailiff. Did I say magistrate? I meant bailiff.
No, good sir.
Bailiff, I'd like to talk to you about your broken clock.
And who might you be?
Henry, a master of the Kuttenberg Blacksmith's Guild.
Ah, yes. Their new lad. And what is it you want with the clock?
I believe I can repair it.
Look here, Master Henry. I cannot let someone near the clock who is barely known in town.
But
Do not take it the wrong way, but if it went wrong, the counselors would have my head. Or worse, they would never trust me with the bailiff's mace again. Come and see me once you have made a name for yourself in Kuttenberg. Then we will talk.
Or in other words, my blacksmith prestige is too low for the bailiff to trust me. Well, shit. Well, nothing else for it. We need to take on more blacksmithing jobs. To which end, here I am, tracking down yet more guild stuff that's gone missing during an ambush on a convoy, which seems to be happening suspiciously often. Along the way to the search area, random event. Apparently there's some bandits. I'm not seeing any bandits. Hang on. Yeah, I don't have a ranged weapon equipped. Where's the longbow? I think I unequipped it so it wouldn't look out of place in the middle of the cutscene or something like that. Whatever. Anyway, I definitely need it now though. So where are these bandits? I absolutely don't need to be doing this, by the way. It's just a random event that occurred while I was fast travelling to the search area. To recover these guild things. It's not him. Where? Oh, hang on. Oh, I see them. Yeah, two of them. There's one going over the body. Right, let's get the... Oops. That's alerted in. Oh, bugger. Let's try it properly this time. Actually aiming. Oh, that was a good hit. Oh, shit. No, no. Need to get some distance. Draw the long sword. Take him out hand to hand. Alright. Are you enjoying that longbow arrow in your chest? You like it? You give me some time, I would have given you another one. Oh, also sounds like the random passerby on the horse is getting stuck in. He is! Thank you. Very grateful. Since by the sounds of it, you appear to be catching arrows for me. I think he's killed him. Well, thank you. Your sacrifice is appreciated. It's allowing me to get the drop on the second bandit. There were some complaints in the game that once you gear Henry up, basically once you reach the Kuttenberg area, combat, random encounter combat like this was just too easy because you so totally outclassed and overpowered the bandits that they just weren't a challenge. I don't know if you've noticed, they addressed this. These bandits have better equipment than most of King Sigismund's soldiers. These guys all have plate cuirasses, helmets. They're extremely well-equipped bandits. They are a bit more of a challenge than the ones you tend to encounter in the Trotsky area, which is only right, I suppose. It also means that they have significantly better gear that you can loot, and I'm certainly not complaining about that either. Didn't have to do any of this, by the way. It was a completely random encounter on the way to the search area for the guild mission that I'm doing. Well, I say you don't have to do this. There's a chance that you'll be forced into doing the encounter whether you want to or not, but you get given the choice of trying to avoid it, which I believe depends on the effective stealth level of the gear that you're wearing at the time that the random encounter happens, and also the time of day. It's easier to avoid trouble on the road at night. But I just felt like having a scrap. Right, anyway, to business. I was fast travelling to Denmark, which is the closest fast travel point to the search area, where, once again, a guild caravan has gotten itself ambushed and certain guild materials have been grabbed. And the guild want me to go and recover these materials, documents of some kind, I don't know. The important and most relevant facts of the case are this. Guild stuff has been stolen by a bunch of ne'er-do-wells. The ne'er-do-wells therefore require a damn good stabbing. They ain't gonna stab themselves, and that means I'm the man for the job.
This is the area Eichner spoke about. The trail from the theft leads here. I should have a look around.
Master Eichner also hinted that there is likely to be a third party interested in purchasing the stolen guild materials and who in fact may have commissioned the bandits to steal them in the first place. So haste is definitely a factor here. Need to recover them before a sale can take place. Wow, I think that's the first time I have ever actually successfully brought down a deer with a longbow. This is, of course, all 100% illegal. This is poaching. This is what Hans nearly got his neck stretched over back in Castle Trotsky. Yeah, the Middle Ages. It's perfectly legal to starve to death. But if you try to feed yourself and your family by hunting deer, they'll hang you. Because the deer's the property of, well, I'm not sure what the rules were. I know that it was illegal. I know you get hung for poaching. I'm not sure exactly what the rules were in Bohemia. I know that in England, the deer were considered the property of the king. And by extension, the local lords who ruled in the king's name. It's probably the same in Bohemia. I don't know. Suffice to say that hunting deer was a noble pastime. Peasants tried it. They got executed. Falconry, another thing that was very, very tightly regulated. Although not illegal for a peasant, but the type of bird that you hunted with, you could get into trouble over. A peasant could hunt with a kestrel. There's a whole list that was detailed in the Book of St. Albans from 1486 that listed what rank of nobility could hunt with what type of bird of prey. At the top end, an emperor was the only one permitted to hunt with an eagle, a vulture or a merlin. About halfway down the scale, an earl could hunt with a peregrine falcon, and down at the bottom end of the scale, a yeoman could hunt with a goshawk or a sparrowhawk, and right at the bottom, a poor man or a servant could only hunt with a kestrel, the smallest and least effective bird of prey. When I say least effective, I mean kestrels are pretty good at catching mice, but they're not big birds, so you're probably not going to be catching rabbits with them, so you're not going to be feeding yourself by going hunting with a kestrel. I mean, these days there are no such laws, and anybody can, within certain restrictions, but basically you don't need to be a prince to hunt with a peregrine falcon anymore. The Royal Air Force still actually practice falconry, by the way, and for practical reasons. They use it for airfield bird control. I mean, suffering a bird strike in a jet aircraft is pretty bad news at any altitude, but it's particularly dangerous during takeoff and landing, which is why the Royal Air Force still use falconry to keep the bird population around their airfields under control. You might have noticed me consulting the map just about a minute ago. This could be considered cheat mode. But there's a bandit camp on the map, and it's in the search area. Now, I'm not saying these are the bandits I'm looking for, but it seems like a good place to start looking. Oh, somebody heard me. Come on then. Yeah, you like that, don't you, bitch?
You bastard! Attack!
Yep. Out of combat, so it looks like I silenced this sentry before he could raise the alarm. Extraordinarily well equipped for a bandit again, aren't they? So, was he a sentry or a patrol? How close exactly am I to this bandit camp? Oh, it's right there, so yes, he was a sentry. Oh, somebody saw or heard something. No, I'm good, I'm good. I'm not exactly being... I mean, I do have very, very good stealth skills, which are compensating, but not completely nullifying the fact that I am clanking and rattling around the woods in plate armour. It's also not helping that this is broad daylight. But, oh, did I just see movement? Hope they don't... Ooh, again. Somebody keeps getting alerted momentarily. There it is again. Again, this could be considered something of a cheat. Top of the screen, underneath the compass, there's a status indicator that pops up to let you know whether or not you've been spotted. So I don't actually really need to be paying attention. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be paying attention, but the status indicator will let you know whether or not somebody's getting suspicious, if they're looking your way, whether or not you've been seen, and whether or not you are actually in combat. I know that sounds really stupid, but sometimes there could be somebody behind you who has seen you, who has drawn their weapon and is closing in, and you're completely unaware of it, if not for the fact that that red rabbit appears at the top of the screen to let you know that you are in combat, even if you're not paying attention to it. Where did the rest of them go? Oh, there's one. keep clutching the shot with the... I never do it with a crossbow, but I do it every time with the longbow, although it sounded like the first one hit him. And the second one hit him. I almost didn't get the sword out in time.
Didn't see that coming, eh?
Actually, no, I didn't see that one coming, but you didn't see that one coming. And again, I'm out of combat, so is that it? 3 of them. I was expecting more. This doesn't look like a camp for 3 people. They might have a patrol out. And if that's the case, the patrol could be coming back any time. I'll take a look around before I search the camp, and yeah, there he is. Let's not fuck this one up. I think I fucked it up anyway. I'll get one more shot, maybe. Yeah, that was definitely a hit. Get the sword out in plenty of time this time around.
Beachy!
Right, again, out of combat. I'm a bit more confident that that was the last of them. There could still be another patrol out there. Or one of them might be out hunting and could still come back, but I'm pretty sure that was it. The camp looks about big enough for 4 bandits. See what this guy has. I'm right up against the weight limit of what I can carry. Again, I'm looting a lot of stuff and forgetting to dump it in my stash. Is this even the correct camp? I mean, it is a bandit camp and it is in the search area. Let's have a look around. Anything useful on the bodies first? Like a chest key, for example, for the chest that I just saw lying around. I'll have the ammo. 0.4 groschen. Oh, there's a chest there. It's an easy lock. With my lock-picking skill, I don't even have to go through the lock-picking mini-game when a lock's easy. So, whatever I'm looking for, it wasn't in that chest. I can't even remember exactly what it was. Some kind of guild documents. Okay, there's a hard lock here. This might be it. Fingers crossed. Oh, wow, jackpot. Look at this. Well, that's the heirloom sword that I was sent to find. And a shit ton of jewellery as well. Unfortunate. Oh, hang on. Another armourer's sketch. I'm going to have that. More work for Standard back at the forge. Whoa, there's a golden crucifix there worth nearly 1,500 groschen. I'm going to have to ditch some stuff because I've basically got £1 of carry weight ready. So I'm going to go ahead and organise my inventory to grab all of the useful and valuable stuff, including the quest objects. And then I'll meet you all back in Kuttenberg. Here's Master Eichner's shop. He is going to be very happy.
Du hast Glück. Ich wollte gerade schließen. Gepriesen sei der Herr.
I'm here about the stolen guild goods.
Und das sind gute Nachrichten? Did you find it?
I like that the game's actually given me the option of saying, nah, sorry. Keeping everything for myself and then selling it. But I need prestige more than I need cash, although I have spent nearly 50,000 groschen as well, so cash would be nice too.
Aye. Here you go. I hope I didn't forget anything.
Sehr gut. You really are reliable, junger Mann. Thanks to you, the others will see that our guild can handle any scum.
Glad I could help. If you need anything again, just call on me.
Vielen Dank. Gott möge Ihre Hand führen, mein Freund.
That nobleman came back. He said he's not going to let it drop.
Verdammt hochnäsig.
Hochnäsig? Meaning his nose is up?
Ja, genau.
I like that. We call them parvenus.
So what did this
I'm not interested.
But this is about money.
What? Go on then.
He wants to fleece us again.
Damn it, that's just what we need.
Exactly. We'll have to talk to the others this evening and decide what to do. It can't go on like this. See you next time.
Again, this is just shit going on around Kuttenberg that is happening regardless of whether or not you were actually paying any attention. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I could follow that guy, see where he goes to this evening, and there would be some stuff happening that I can choose to get involved in or not. But I have better things to do to occupy my time. Let's back to the forge and see what new things I've unlocked. I'm not even sure I went up a prestige level. Oh, here we go. New stuff. Checkered window surrounds. Diamond window surrounds. Hourglass window surrounds. Prestige level 11. Yeah, why not? It's new stuff. I'm sitting here complaining that this forge is draining my money. And here I am, spending stuff anyway. Ooh, grapevines. Oh yeah, I'm having that. That's going to look good. What else? Anything? That's it for the externals. How about in my chambers? Anything new there? Yep. Oh, I can clear up some more of the useless junk and replace them with shelves. Okay, I mean, it's getting rid of the junk. That's the important thing. And these things aren't that expensive. What else? Anything? That's it for the... Oh no! Guild cupboard. Slowly repairs all inconspicuous equipment parts and range weapons stored in the player's chest. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things that the cupboard can actually do. It doesn't just act as a stash. You can store stuff in there, and depending on the type of cupboard, it will repair stuff for free over time. Anything new in the garden? Because I think that appears to be it for the chamber. Oh! Gate with spikes. Gate with iron strips. Yeah, not a huge bunch of new stuff available at Prestige level 11. But, you know, stuff. There's still a lot of work needs doing on the garden, particularly at the back. Let's take a quick look while there's still some light. And see, yeah, there it is. Got to admit, I'm not actually a huge fan of that. I think I prefer it the way it was. You can see the iron strips on the door there, or the gate rather. Here are the changes made to my chambers. New cupboard. It's mostly just more junk cleared away. I think it's the last of the junk cleared away and replaced with a shelf with some alchemy potions, some saviour schnapps, some spare bandages. And the following morning, in daylight, so we can actually see the improvements made to the exterior, that was the grapevine on the wall, which I do like the look of. So, we're making progress. We've recovered the heart of the clock from the Feather family, and we're continuing to gain favour with the Blacksmiths Guild. Speaking of which, looks like somebody's just walked in with another commission. So, hope you've enjoyed this one. Join me in the next one to see how things proceed from here.